Hey everyone, I'm Laura Gdenik. I'm an astrologer and a therapist, and I'm here to give you the astrology for the weeks of January 26th through February 8th, 2026. So on yesterday, on the 26th of January, we had Neptune moving into Aries. Now this is a really, really big deal. Last time Neptune was here was between 1861 to 1875. So that was a long time ago. Neptune moves very slowly, and Neptune will be in the sign of Aries for the next 14-ish years. So we are getting a whole lot of Neptune in Aries for the next 14 years. Neptune represents the dream, the vision, what we long for or desire, or what we might idealize even. So put those themes in the part of your chart that contains Aries, whatever house that is. You will find that those topics you might have idealizations around, you might have a new dream or a vision around, and you might even have some illusions or disappointments or deceptions related to those topics. Every planet has both positive and negative, although that's not even, I don't even really like to use those terms because the planets are morally neutral, I would say. They're not trying to make good or bad things happen. It's more about how we experience them. Neptune is a planet that has qualities of making things blurry, beautiful, confusing, ethereal, mystical, magical, but also like rose-colored glasses, right? So these can all be really beautiful qualities and can sometimes lead to disappointment as well. So Saturn will be joining Neptune in Aries in February. So that'll be really interesting. We'll have Neptune there for 14 years and then Saturn overlapping for about 2.5 years, which Saturn is kind of opposite, is an opposite energy than Neptune. Saturn wants to make things real, consolidate. Saturn often brings the concept of reality into the equation. How can we make this dream or vision real and concrete? How can we break through illusions? And Saturn and Neptune together, we've been feeling this for a while because they've been really close together in Pisces, and it could be bringing up this experience of confusion or uncertainty, and therefore maybe anxiety around a situation that doesn't feel quite solid. You don't know what's going to happen next. There's a structure that's like maybe dissipating or dissolving, or you're not sure where it's going to go. And so, that will be in effect basically through February, maybe a little bit into March, but February, later in the month, is when the two conjoin, and that might be a moment where the illusion breaks or the illusion dissolves, or you finally see something, you see the reality behind the veil, so to speak. And it could also be a moment of like, okay, I have this new source of inspiration and possibility, and how can I really make a plan to work towards that? And that's Saturn giving you those tools to do the hard work to make something real. So, and then, we all also get like a major experience of these two planets in Aries, of Neptune and Aries, when all the other slower moving planets move into Aries in April. So April will be a month where we get a really big Aries experience with Saturn and Neptune there. And that might be when a lot more of the themes will come to light, so to speak, or become conscious to us. But yeah, Neptune and Aries, really big deal. Last time this planet was in this sign, we had the American Civil War, we had the abolition of slavery, we had a lot of movements. There was also, I believe, the creation of the Red Cross. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what is coming with Neptune into Aries. There could be the idealization of separation. So remember, Neptune is idealization, the new dream, what's possible. Aries is going your own way, separating, becoming your own distinct entity. Which, thinking about the Civil War, that's basically what the war was about, and that's what was happening in the United States. And also, Aries is a sign about war and conflict. It is a Mars-ruled sign, and Mars is the god of war. So there could be, over the next 14 years, some new visions arising around separation, or which might involve conflict and or hopefully not violence. I'm really hoping it's going to be more peaceful than that, but it's hard to know given the current circumstances in our world. Okay, so our vision and our dream and our new inspiration become Aries-like, become fiery, enthusiastic, impatient, even like go, 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 let's make this happen. Very different quality than like watery, dreamy, slow Pisces. Okay, so then Tuesday the 27th, Mars and Pluto make a conjunction in the sign of Aquarius. Mars, once again, is a planet about conflict, war, separation, going your own way, independence. Pluto is power dynamics, what's beneath the surface of things, what's, really going on, what's underneath the rug. And this conjunction, you may have felt for the last couple days, maybe over the weekend as well. And you might have noticed some power dynamics emerge, some push and pull between you and someone else, or you and a few other people. Matters of justice might have come to the surface or arisen. Even more so, maybe this sense of like, let's fight for something, let's fight for justice, let's fight to understand the roots of systemic injustice and take action towards more liberation. It could also bring up abuse of power. It's kind of an intense energy. On a more personal level, you might feel this compulsion to do things, to be active, to get X, Y, and Z done. Mars represents our energy, our motivation, how we take action. And Pluto can bring up an obsessive quality or a compulsive quality where maybe we have this impulse to just do and get all these things done, and it can feel very activating and energizing, which can be positive and or can be experienced as negative. You might have felt intense anger that could have surfaced, and you might have even gotten a chance to understand the root of that anger. Where is that coming from? Why do you experience it? What's really going on? Is it, that someone is mistreating you or trying to manipulate you and therefore you're getting angry? Something like that. Getting to the root of why you might be feeling angry or very passionate about something. We'll feel this energy for the next couple days. Mars is a bit more of a slower moving planet, so this will be in effect for the next 3 days or so. I will say things get a little sweeter on Thursday the 29th when Mercury and Venus come together in Aquarius. This is creativity of the mind. This is sweet words to our loved ones and lovers, words of affection, appreciation, and love, maybe creativity, art, singing, poetry, anything of that nature. It's more of a connective energy, so that'll be really lovely. And then on Sunday, February 1st, we have a loud full moon in Leo. Leo is a sign that likes to shine brightly, likes to be seen, likes to be celebrated. So it's a time to let your light shine brightly. Speak up, be seen, be creative, expressive, and let your light shine. On Tuesday the 3rd, we have Uranus stationing direct in Taurus. This will be the last little stint where Uranus is in Taurus. It's been there since 2018. You might have experienced some ups and downs and shakeups in the part of your chart that contains Taurus. And those topics, including those topics. And then Uranus will head into Gemini in April 25th of 2026. We had a little taste of Uranus in Gemini earlier in the summertime in 2025. I can't remember the exact dates, but similar themes will come up from that time frame. And Uranus in Gemini is a very different experience than Uranus in Taurus, but I will talk more about that another time. Thursday, the 5th of February, we have Mercury in Aquarius square Uranus in Taurus. Mercury is our mind, how we think, how we communicate. Uranus, which I didn't mention this before, but it's a planet about innovation, revelation, revolution, new ways of doing something or thinking about something. So you might have more outside of the box thinking and a lot of creativity, a lot of creative ideas. Your mind might be a little scattered or all over the place. That's a tendency of Uranus as well. So it can be important to stay grounded on this day and practice any sort of grounding activities or anything that gets you into your body. But it can be really creative and inspiring, your Mercury square Uranus, especially if you feel like you've been stuck or in a rut. Good day to journal about new ideas. And then on the 6th, Mercury heads into Pisces, where Mercury will be for a long time because Mercury will eventually retrograde in Pisces between February 25th through March 20th. So this is going to be a really long time with Mercury in Pisces, where we're going to get to reflect and review on this house in our personal charts. We get to reflect and review on things we would like to change or redo or do differently. Our minds turn to the mystical and the magical. This is Pisces, kind of similar to Neptune. Pisces longs for a better world, the dream, the vision, the magical experience. So our minds turn to possibility, but maybe not to what's practical. Mercury in Pisces is what's called in detriment, meaning Mercury doesn't function as well in Pisces as in Virgo or Gemini, because Mercury wants to dissect things into small little pieces, understand things on a more detailed level, and Pisces wants to like dissociate. No, just like be more lost in the whole of an experience. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, I will say that Mercury in Pisces can be a little bit messy. We might want to go extra slow in this part of our chart, be extra mindful, give more time for communications, give more grace to people, because miscommunications can be more alive, I suppose you could say. We're gonna want to sink into the emotional experience as well of ourselves, of our own inner world, our psyche, as well as others, as Pisces is a water sign. Jupiter, the ruler of Pisces, is in watery Cancer, where it is exalted. So that's something that's really positive. And so, you know, this Mercury retrograde is going to be a time where we're going to be upgrading something between February 25th through March 20th. But pay attention also to February 11th. That's when Mercury enters its shadow degree, where it will station retrograde back to. And so events starting February 11th will be the beginning of the story of this Mercury retrograde and what it means for you. And then, yeah, I think that is the astrology of the next couple of weeks. That's all I have planned and prepared, and that's all the important things to look forward to. If you're interested in a personal reading and how these transits affect you and what personal cycles you're going through, please reach out. I'm available for consultations. You can reach me at consultation@lauragadenic.com. You can message me you can leave a comment. I can put my email there. Please like, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. I am really trying to grow this channel. But I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I'll be back soon with another astrological update. Take care.